navigating the home search. I figured this would be a great time to do this video since I'm driving on my way to a showing with a buyer that has been navigating this home search for a little while now. This specific buyer, they're debating on building versus buying, and because they have a unique need, they have a whole mess of kids, so they need lots of bedrooms, and they're trying to figure out, okay, does it make more sense for us to buy something, or does it make more sense for us to build something knowing that down the road the kids are going to leave and they're going to end up with this huge house with lots of bedrooms and just the two of them more than likely. So what's the best way for them to navigate this? We just talk through information, we figure out what they want to do, and right now they're still in that deciding process of how they want to do it. They do have somewhat of an idea of what it's going to cost to build the house to fit their needs, and now we're looking out on the market to see what does that buy them, and can they buy something that's already built rather than continue to pay rent. So what does navigating the home search process look like? First off, after we sit down and we're going through all of our pre-qualification conversation and all that stuff, I try and ask you enough questions to get an idea of what it is would work for you at this stage in your life. And we look at that as, okay, what does that look like? Do we need just a space for us as a first-time home buyer? Do we need it as a first-time home married couple planning on having 2-3 kids in the future? Are we already an established family and looking to move up into the next size house? Or are we empty nesters and we're sizing down? Are we looking for a lake home? Are we looking for an actual lake home? Or are we looking for a cabin that we're only going to use periodically? How many people are going to be there? How often are we going to use it? What are we going to look at? Are we going to rent it out? There's a whole bunch of different things that we figure out in what do we actually need for a property. You do the same thing when it comes to buying land. Are you using it for commercial purposes? Are you using it for hunting? Are you using it just for an investment purpose, just to hold some land, just to have land rather than cash? There's lots of different ways to look at it, and each single buyer is very unique. So that's the biggest thing, is you let us know what it is exactly you want and what it is that you need for this stage of your life. This doesn't mean that this is the only house you're going to buy. A lot of people say they want to buy their forever home, or that they've bought their forever home. The average person moves every 7 to 11 years. That number has not ever changed since I've been in the business, and that's been little over 6 years now, as of 2026. But I've sold some people their forever home. I've sold some people their family legacy cabin, and I've already resold it because things change, life changes, whether that can be jobs, health, kids, marriage, divorce, etc., etc., etc. These things go on, and all these different changes and transitions in life may include moving, may include needing a new property for whatever reason. So that's what it looks like. Now, what does it look like from your end as the buyer? I've got you set up on a search. I'm sending you properties. I'm trying to find the right one for you. I'm working with other sellers that I'm working with to try and find the right property for you as the buyer. You find one you like. You let me know, hey, we'd like to take a look at this one. So what I'm going to do at that point is I'm going to gather all the information. Seller disclosures, well, septic, anything I can get my hands on. I'll gather that information, send it over to you for review. We'll set up a time to go see it. We should meet at the property. We walk around. We check out the outside. Check out what we can. We're not going into the walls and checking for anything like that. That'll come during the inspection phase after an offer is accepted. But we check over the property. We go, yeah, this will work, or no, this won't. We look for things that may need to be repaired. We look for things like, okay, is this thing priced properly? Usually, as the buyer, you get smarter over time as you gather information by looking at properties and seeing stuff come across the MLS. You go, okay, I think this is overpriced. Usually, if you're the buyer, you probably think the property's overpriced. If you're the seller, you usually think that it's not priced high enough. But most of the time you can kind of come up with an idea of where it's going to be. I can provide comps for any property that you want and be like, this is where I would think that it would sell on the open market. This is where I believe the value is at. Now, does the seller think that? That might be a different story, but that's what negotiations are for. And that will come up next.